Traditional Buddhist wedding blessing ceremonies take place at the Monks' Hospital in Sri Ayutthaya Road, Ratchathevi. An early start is required. Most couples find themselves rising at the ungodly hour of 4:30 a.m, so the Thai lady can have her hair, makeup and traditional costume prepared for the big day. Time is also needed to negotiate the busy Bangkok traffic, which fortunately is usually not so heavy at this early hour. Traffic permitting, couples' arrival at the Monks' Hospital should be around 6:30 a.m. Then the first order of business is to go upstairs to feed the sick monks, who are patiently awaiting their breakfasts, and present them with hospital food in the wards. There are several hospital wards full of hungry monks to visit. This can therefore take several minutes. However, there are invariably several other couples who are simultaneously marrying that morning. These other couples can therefore shoulder the burden of ritual monk feeding. Virtually all clients of Thai professional opt for the Monks' Hospital ceremony in Bangkok. This ceremony differs from the Buddhist weddings which take place in the country, which invariably have a different format and do in fact prove to be significantly more expensive for clients choosing this option, simply because of the numbers of friends, relatives and neighbours, in fact everybody in God's dog, who will inevitably attend the celebrations. It's not unusual for over 1,000 people to attend the wedding, with the groom picking up the tab. So a little advice to clients: get married in Bangkok. Next, it's downstairs to the main communal wedding ceremony hall. This is where multiple wedding blessings will take place virtually simultaneously. First of all, however, the 9 monks who will give the blessing have to have their breakfast. Couples therefore take it in turn to serve food to these seated monks. On certain auspicious religious days, there may be as many as a dozen or more couples marrying at the same time. Having eaten, the 9 monks walk out and take their positions. It is always customary for persons addressing Buddhist monks that their heads are below the monks' heads. Therefore, fortuitously, as in this situation the monks are on a raised dais, there is no need for couples to have to sit prostrate cross-legged on the floor, as they would if the ceremony was taking place in a couple's parents' home in the country. It is customary, once the monks are seated in position, that the various couples will take it in turn to light joss sticks and candles at the altar for good luck. This is known as making merit, seeking forgiveness for any misdemeanours that a person may have committed in his or her life. It is a little like the confessional in the Roman Catholic religion. It's paying homage to the Buddha. The chief monk begins chanting. This denotes the start of the main serious part of the proceedings. Since 1997, Thai Professional Introductions expert, experienced, friendly staff have been facilitating introductions between sincere Western men worldwide and decent single marriage-minded Thai ladies who have enrolled at our Bangkok office. These introductions inevitably lead, in the fullness of time, to engagement and the marriage rituals which we are witnessing taking place now. There is no rush, however. The client's service contract is for 12 months, which is ample time for gentlemen to meet and marry the lady of their dreams. The monk's blessing begins. Couples then line up and give flowers and joss sticks to the seated monks. This may appear a little bewildering to most Western gentlemen who will no doubt never have experienced a Buddhist wedding in Bangkok before. Rest assured, our expert, experienced Bangkok staff, some of whom you can see on this film, are always on hand at all times to guide clients smoothly through all the various religious rituals. Buddhism is in fact more of a way of life than a religion, and is indeed compatible with and tolerant of virtually any other religion. We hope and trust that in viewing this short film we will have achieved our goal of demystifying the entire process, thus enabling clients to fully enjoy, appreciate and fully enter into the spirit of the proceedings without any trepidation. The personal blessing takes place whilst the chief monk shakes lustral water over them as they approach him in turn. Now it's time to make merit by making an offering to the departed spirits, thus ensuring that they have a good life in heaven, and that those making merit are purged of their sins. Next comes the draping of the beautiful sweet-smelling garlands around the necks of the bride and groom. This all adds to the atmosphere and pleasing spectacle of the event. It also helps to ensure some colourful post-wedding photographs. The Thais love to be photographed looking their best. Here you can see the groom's brother assisting with the proceedings. Next comes the linking of the couple with head garlands to make them as one. A little reminiscent of the Western saying of a couple being joined at the hip. The happy couple are then each in turn anointed by having 3 white dots painted on their foreheads. One in the centre of the forehead, over the area of the third eye as it's sometimes known, and one below it on either side. Sachet powder is used to make the white liquid. The 3 white marks on their heads are very significant, as they represent the 3 gems in the Buddhist faith. These are the Buddha, his teachings, and his disciples. Holy water is poured into a conch shell and handed in turn to each of the wedding guests. The happy couple place their hands together in the lowered Y position. Wedding guests wait in turn and are handed the conch shell containing the lustral water. They pour it over the hands of the bride and groom, wishing them a long and happy life together of wedded bliss. This ritual can take many minutes if there are a lot of guests attending the wedding. However, in practice, one normally finds that only a limited number of the Thai family members are able to make the long trip to Bangkok to attend the service. A very high percentage of the ladies on Thai professionals' books originate from the country areas of Thailand. They live and work 95% of the year in Bangkok and only go home to see their family and friends once or twice a year. This in turn makes it a less difficult proposition for them to be separated from Thai family and friends if and when they leave Thailand and relocate in the new husband's country of residence. It is only fair and appropriate, however, that a Thai wife will revisit Thailand with her husband to see her family every year or so. Couples ceremonially exchange wedding rings. This is not a Thai custom, however, as Thais do not wear wedding rings in Thailand. It's just an embracing of the Western culture in the same way that the Western man has embraced the Thai culture by having a Buddhist wedding ceremony. An integral part of marrying a Thai lady often involves the presentation of a sinsod or dowry to the parents of the bride.
I hope you have enjoyed this short film in which we have endeavoured to explain and hopefully demystify the procedures involved in experiencing a Buddhist wedding in Bangkok. I should also like to say a big thank you to all the people who graciously gave their permission to appear in this film. If you are a single Western man considering this eventual course of action and are using our services, Thai Professional Introductions will of course arrange and organise everything for you. All you have to do is sign up.